Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any video from my channel.
Yo! Welcome to LCameraTV. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share all cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and wherever else. And guys, don't forget to turn your notification on. I never want you guys to miss a video. But I want to ask you guys a question, man. If we could get a top 5 player in his position for a 3rd round pick that you don't know, what it's going to turn out to be, would you do it? Well, this is what that video is going to be about. You know what I'm saying? I'm basically going to break down, why I think the Panthers should definitely trade for a player that seemingly wants to get out. So, we got a lot to talk about. So, let's get started. So, we all know that Earl Thomas wants out of Seattle, just like everybody else wanted out of Seattle. You know what I'm saying? Richard Sherman basically is gone. Cam Chancellor, had to retire because of, the injuries, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He basically can't play football anymore. And Earl Thomas has been pretty vocal about, wanting to leave. Now, mind you, one of his main destination was Dallas Cowboys. But I'm basically going to break down why I think the Carolina Panthers should trade for him. Now, the first reason why we should trade for him is because outside of our offensive line, our secondary is by far our weakest position. You know what I'm saying? D-line is good. The linebackers are good. The quarterback is good. I think our running back stable is pretty good now. I think our receiving core is going to be pretty good. I think our 2 weakest links are our secondary and our offensive line. More so on the offensive line than the left side, but definitely the secondary and offensive line. Earl Thomas is arguably top 5 safety in his position. You know what I'm saying? And he's only 29 years old. Now, mind you, Denoris Cersei's 30. He's 29, about to turn 30, man. Listen, all right? What we could do is get him. He will automatically make our free safety position skyrocket. I mean, I know all Carolina Panther fans know how much of a thorn in our side Seattle was when they was at the height of their powers. I mean, it was like the NFL made us match us up against them like every year. Like literally it was a span, I was like, oh my God, we played the Seattle Seahawks almost every year. And it's because we always played them tough and we always had great games. It was always like a 13-9 game or 6-9, or it was always like really close games, right? Until the year we broke through, which is when we beat them and went to the Super Bowl. But we had a pretty good rivalry, man. So how would it feel to have a top 5 safety in Earl Thomas as our free safety, and then we can literally move, because everybody's saying Denoris Cersei is probably gonna be our free safety. We can move Denoris Cersei to the strong safety position. He can be, obviously our strong safety. He's, younger than Mike Adams is. He, is a bigger safety, so he can be in the box. He's a willing tackler. And we can have Earl Thomas roam in the backfield, man. And that would help out our cornerbacks. You know what I'm saying? Especially, James Bradbury, because we all know he don't get picks like that. But that'll help out our cornerbacks. It'll help out, it'll just help out everybody. Like Luke Kuechly won't have to worry about, the secondary at all, because Earl Thomas will be the leader of that secondary, man. He will be able to help our players out, no leverages and all types of stuff, man. Earl Thomas would be a godsend for our secondary, which is obviously, like I said, one of our weakest positions. So he would move to the free safety position. Denoris Cersei would move to the strong safety position. And then we have Rashard Golden sitting behind Earl Thomas, learning from him. Come on, man. That's great. We can have Rashard Golden sit there and learn from Earl Thomas, one of the greatest safeties in our, our recent generation, man. Earl Thomas is arguably one of the best safeties, in the last few years. And we can have our new safety who, is a little bit taller and stuff like that, whatever. Learn from him. I think that would be great for us. So definitely Earl Thomas coming to our secondary. He'll immediately become the leader of that secondary because how dominant he is. He's a great, and he's great at picking the ball off. You know what I'm saying? He's a willing tackler. And it will work out better for us, because then we can move Mike Adams to the secondary strong safety. We can move Denoris Cersei to the strong safety position. We're going to have Earl Thomas as our free safety and Rashard Golden as our free safety backup. I think it'll be perfect for us, man. It'll really help our secondary. And Luke Kuechly could rest easy because he knows we have a dominant veteran in the backfield. Finally, after years. The second reason why we definitely should trade for Earl Thomas is because, let's be honest, man, we're probably going to get a second, 3rd round pick, because of Andrew Norwell went to Jacksonville. He's probably going to ball out. I'm just being honest with you, man. Like, you know, he's a very good guard. He's probably going to ball out. So we're probably going to get a 3rd round progression pick. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what's going to happen. Or compensatory pick, whatever you want to call it. We're probably going to get a 3rd round compensatory pick because of Andrew Norwell and how good he is. So you wouldn't mind, like, you wouldn't trade a 3rd round pick and a 6th round pick or whatever, something like that, whatever, for a guy in Earl Thomas, who, be honest with you, is like 29, 30 years old, whatever. Hasn't really lost a beat, hasn't really lost a step at all. And at least we could get like at least 4 or 5 good more years out of him. Like, I think Earl Thomas could be a top player for at least 3 more years. I think he could be a as far as like top 5 player. I think he'd be a top like safety in general, like top 15, 20 player for at least like 5 or 6 more years, man. That's just me being honest. I think he can, you know, obviously he's been dominant for most of his career. I don't see him slowing down yet, whatever. Like, when I watch him on tape, he's still as dominant as he was. So, as a 3rd round pick, whatever, it's hard to find a dominant baller that's going to be dominant for you for years on end in a 3rd round. It's not as easy as it is. You know what I'm saying? Earl Thomas was a 1st round pick that we can get for a 3rd and a 6th rounder. And let's be honest, like I've said before, man, you know what I'm saying, our later round picks have not really, they're never, you know, gangbusters. I mean, the best late round pick I think we had, you know what I'm saying, in recent memory is like Josh Norman, you know what I'm saying, but the Zach Sanchez's of the world, you know, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, all the later picks that we had, they're not turning into, you know what I'm saying, all pros. They're not becoming, you know what I'm saying, some mega star. So why not take a chance on a player, and then to shore up your secondary, which is one of your weakest positions, shore that up, whatever, you know what I'm saying, get basically a former 1st round pick for a 3rd and a 6th round, and have a dominant player for the next 3 to 5 years. You know what I'm saying? This is mind you, this is not like you know, basketball where you can just, once you become a free agent, you can walk out the door. It's not like that in football. You know what I'm saying? We got franchise tag. We got stuff. We got you know what I'm saying, ways to prevent that. And I think Earl Thomas would really like our, you know, setup and our system, because, you know, one of the reasons why they kept on matching up Seattle and Carolina is because we were similar. We were very similar. We was both hard-nosed running teams when they had Legion Boom. We both hard-nosed running teams. We focused on defense. You know what I'm saying? Athletic running quarterbacks, and the receiving core wasn't that great. So I think he wouldn't mind, you know, falling into that situation and being a part of that, man. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll really like playing with Luke Kuechly and all that stuff, whatever. And I think it'll just be perfect for us. It'll be the perfect, you know what I'm saying, opportunity or moment to shore up our secondary, which really needs work, man. You know, I think Rashad Golden is going to be a good player. I'm not saying that he's not, but, you know, would it be beneficial for him to sit behind, you know, an Earl Thomas? I definitely think it would. I think he'll learn a lot from Earl Thomas, especially how to play the safety position, which they're slotting him as. You know what I'm saying? So Earl Thomas, and for a 3rd round pick that you're probably gonna get a 2nd, 3rd round pick from a compensatory pick, I think it'll be worth it, man. I really think it'll be worth it. I think it'll show up our secondary. I think, you know, and then like I love potential just as much as the next guy, but, you know, we can get that 3rd round pick and then not pan out. We can get that 6th round pick and then not pan out. But we know Earl Thomas is a proven commodity. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. He's a proven commodity, man. You know what I'm saying? We know what he is. You know what I'm saying? That 3rd round pick may not pan out. But Earl Thomas has panned out already. You know what I'm saying? We know what he is. So if I was the Panthers, man, I would definitely pull that trigger. 3rd reason we definitely should trade for Earl Thomas is because this year is a crucial year for us, man. This year we should go for broke because we have Thomas Davis leaving. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We don't know if he's going to retire because the whole suspension thing, but I think he will retire. So Thomas Davis is probably leaving. Ryan Khalil is definitely leaving. Julius Peppers hasn't said anything, but I think he's leaving after this year. You know what I'm saying? And maybe Mike Adams because he's older. I wouldn't be surprised, you know, at 37 or 30, you know, 37 years old, he might be like, hey, let me hang up the cleats. So that's at least 4 players that might hang it up. You know what I'm saying? So why would we not, you know, go for broke this year, try to win the Super Bowl, shore up our secondary, you know what I'm saying, and just and try to maximize because the players I named, you know what I'm saying, all good players, very good players. Thomas Davis, very good player. Walter Payton Man of the Year, you know what I'm saying, been dominant, you know what I'm saying, ever since the knee injuries, very good player. Julius Peppers, definitely a Hall of Famer in my opinion. I'm pretty sure everybody else's opinion too. Definitely a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying, dominant his whole career. You know, got drafted by the Panthers. Just a dominant player. Gonna be gone. Just had 11 sacks, and he's, you know, old. I'm not gonna lie, he's very old. He's still, you know, balling out. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Khalil, our center for years, man, been great for us. You know, been a very good center. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be gone. I think he's gonna go do like children's books or movies, which is he's pretty good at both. You know what I'm saying? And Mike Adams, 37 years old, man, safety. Like, let's be honest, man. I don't see safeties playing into their 40s. I'm just being honest with you. So he's probably gonna retire. So we have so many good players that are probably gonna walk out the door next year, and that Super Bowl window is closing more and more. Why not roll the dice, get a player that you think could be an impact player and a dominant player and a game changer? Like Earl Thomas is a game changer. One of our biggest things that, you know, we need to shore up is our turnovers. If you throw the ball crazy against Earl Thomas, especially with our pass rush, he will pick the ball off. I can guarantee you that. So automatically by getting Earl Thomas, we boosts up our turnovers. You know what I'm saying? He's so good against running across the field. He can get to either side very well. You know what I'm saying? Roll the dice, capitalize on our Super Bowl window, man, because it would suck if, you know what I'm saying, years from now, we see all the players we had, Luke Kuechly. We literally got probably the best linebacker in the league. You know what I'm saying? And we got definitely, in my opinion, Cam Newton is definitely either a top 5 or top 10 quarterback in the league. That's a fact. Hands down to me. So we got, you know, one of the best. We got the best linebacker in the league, and we got a top 10 quarterback in the league. And if we squander both of their careers and don't win a Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying, that would be outrageous. And don't bring a Super Bowl to Carolina, that would be outrageous, man. That would be a waste of 2 great players' careers. Add Earl Thomas to the team, man. Capitalize on the Super Bowl window, man. Let's you know, like I know you know, draft picks are precious and this, that, and the third, but listen, man. One thing I don't like about the Carolina Panthers is that they don't really do radical moves. They don't really like big splash plays. Everything's been methodical and everything like that. And I mean, I understand that, but sometimes you gotta go for broke. And this is not like, I'm not saying trade a first-round pick or something like that, whatever. I'm saying a third-round pick, and you're probably gonna get a congressional third-round pick. So to be honest with you, you're basically, you know what I'm saying, you're only losing like a 6th-round pick because the third-round pick you can't replace. You know what I'm saying? So come on, man. Panthers, give it a shot, man. Give it a shot. You might as well try to go for it broke right now because that Super Bowl window is closing, and I don't want Luke Kuechly and Cam Newton to never win a Super Bowl together, or just in general. Well, that's it for me, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share all cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and wherever else. And guys, don't forget to turn your notifications on. I never want you guys to miss a video because I'm out here uploading. You know what I'm saying? I kind of upload at random times, so I don't want y'all to miss out. You know what I'm saying? Get in the comment section. Tell me if you think we should trade for Earl Thomas. If you shouldn't, let me know how you feel about that because I'm all in on Earl Thomas. I feel like we're going to get a third-round pick anyways. He's a baller. He's a top 5 safety in my opinion. If not top 5, top 10. We might well go for broke. You know what I'm saying? Show up our secondary. And, you know, be smart, man. Alright? Check out LCameraTV merchandise, shirts, hats, mugs, all types of stuff. That link is in the description below. You know what I'm saying? Check out the Patreon page. You know what I'm saying? Support the channel. Support me. Y'all already know what it is. Support your creators, man. If y'all like what we do, support us, man. Help us out. You know what I'm saying? We out here. Pour into us, like Spoken Reason says, like, and we'll pour into you. You feel me? Like Spoken Reason says. So, you know, support your creators. Check out my dog Renardstein's video. That video is in the end screen at the end of the video. So wait to the end. His video pop up. Check him out. Funny dude, creative, talented. I think you really like his stuff. Share it with all your Panther family, friends, football fans in general. Share it with everybody, man. Share it with the Seahawks fans, man. Let them know I want Earl Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Let them know LCameraTV is rocking with Panther Nation, and Panther Nation is rocking with LCameraTV, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for the support. Like I said, I'm pushing tonight 1,000, whatever. I'm gonna be close. You know what I'm saying? Watch out. You know what I'm saying? For something I do, I might do something. I'm thinking about something to do, whatever. When I reach 1,000 subscribers, just so be on the lookout for that, whatever. That's why I said turn your notifications on, and I'll see you guys next time.